Let us not dawdle, for there are grudges to settle, and new entries in the Dammer's Cron to write.
Howdy, howdy, Sir Devil here, and welcome to another online ladder battle. I was looking to get into lots of games with the Vampire Coast, and it wasn't all Vampire Coast games. I got a game here against the Greenskins. So I've been playing with my builds. I have been using a lot of builds with gyrocopters lately, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a wider build. So for this build, I have 4 units of Longbeards in the front, and Longbeards are just a good all-around unit. And for my heavy hitters, I do have 1 unit of Hammers backed up by Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Now Thorgrim has the Stand Your Ground for the 27 melee defense, Oath of Vengeance for minus 27 melee defense for whatever they're fighting. He does have the Great Book of Grudges for plus 9 melee attack, and I did give him the High King just to see if I could make it work. So I really wanted to sign up a heavy hitters right down the middle. For my range contingent, I do have the Iron Drakes of Flamethrowers just for the fun to see, because these guys can be really good. They can be really good against the Greenskins, because they have a lot of lightly armored infantry. They do cause missile damage and a debuff for burnt for being on fire. I also have 2 units of Rangers, just basic Rangers on the outside, and I do have the Goblobber, which has that big debuff, very accurate Regiment of Renown. So for my backline, I have the classic backline, now soon to be classic, I hope, for the Dowie. With 3 units of Longbeards with great weapons. We know how good they are against Swig Hoppers and stuff like that, and 5 units of Miners. So my Miners are all around the outside. They're just to get in the way of stuff, and I do have a group of Miners in here with the Goblobber. Now, I've got, I'm going to just show what I'm doing here real quick. I do have my Goblobber shooting all the way in at this unit of Black Orcs. I see there's another unit of Black Orcs there, so I'm going to take this unit of Hammers, swap them over here. I'm going to take this unit of Longboards, bring them up here, and I'm going to bring Thorgrim Grudgebearer over here too, so that eventually they can engage these Black Orcs, and I'm going to bring one of my Miners, I don't know, maybe this Miner up front, and then they'll be able to go out in front and sort of take that hit for the charge against the Black Orcs. So anyways, so for his army, has just a simple core of Orc Boys out front, 5 of them. He has 2 units of Black Orcs for his heavy hitters. He does have a Night Goblin War Boss, and that Goblin has the Wah, which is plus 20 melee attack, which has been nerfed from plus 26, and he has Get Back Here for the leadership, and of course he has Immune to Psychology, and he encourages. For his magic, he has an Orc Shaman with Foot of Gork, which can be pretty devastating. He has Here We Go for the plus 44 melee attack, and he has Evasion and Power of Dawa. Now, interestingly, he has a whole bunch of his 3 units of Savage Orc Boar Boy Big Guns. Now, these guys have a huge charge bonus. They don't have armor piercing, and they don't have a lot of armor, but they have a massive charge bonus, and they do have 25% physical resistance and frenzy. So he's going to I am going to see them at some point, but he's really going to sneak them all the way around back. I didn't see these guys at all either, because they do have stock, and they are 4 units of Nasty Skulkers. And Nasty Skulkers are really good against Dwarfs, and 3 of them have 3 chevrons. So we'll get things going. So I'm just, here I go. I've got this group of Miners. I'm just going to bring them up. I want them to take the charge so that my Hammers don't take the charge. And I just want to shoot with my Goblobber right up against these Black Orcs here. I just want to slowly whittle them down. So I'm going to focus my Goblobber on these Black Orcs right here. And I'm going to focus my heavy hitters and Thorgrim on these Black Orcs right here. Now, I did see these guys kind of come through here, but then I lost them again. Now they're unseen. They are going to start coming all the way around. So I am going to see, you can see I'm moving. I saw them, so I'm moving my troops over. I just want to make sure that I'm ready for whichever place they show up over here, so I can sort of create a barrier right here. And I definitely don't see these guys coming. So I'm already starting to shoot. I've got these guys out front. I know they're coming. I just want to take the charge with these Miners. I want to get the Miners going in front. I just want to take the charge, and then I want these guys, these Hammers, to go in and get into these Black Orcs. So here we go. We're taking the charge. I don't want my Hammers to get charged, and I'm taking Thorgrim in. And these Orc Boys are getting toasted, which is fantastic. And I think, I'm feeling good. I got this sort of set up. At some point, very soon, here we go. We got some magic going off. Well, I have Stand Your Ground going off, and I have some fire going off here. I do see these guys. So I'm like, oh shoot, I'm sort of starting to panic. I am setting these guys on fire, so that's going good. So I'm like, oh geez, okay, I have to send these miners over here and sort of back these guys up and start shooting in here and create. And I'm sending these guys around a little bit, right? Like I'm just sending these Longbeards a little bit back, and I'm sending these Rangers over. So it looks like we have a spell going down here. What is this? This is going to be the Foot of Gork. It is. Boom. Thankfully, he hardly hit the hammer as he got to the miners, but this is not going all that good. I mean, these guys got the wah going, and I haven't killed that many. I do have my hammers. I do have Thorgrim here. We're doing a decent job, but now we have got the second group here. We've been able to shove off with our flamethrowers, and we've got these Longbeards now can come around and help. So here's what I didn't see. These guys came all the way around, and now they're going to shoot right down the middle. This is a very, very nice move. You know, the wah, they didn't quite get it, so I've got these Longbeards. I am going to, at some point I'm going to see them here. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to try and send these guys in and send these guys back to try and deal with it, but it's too late. They're already into my Rangers. Yeah, I see them now. They're into my Rangers. Are they getting, they got, here we go. So plus 44 melee attack. He's just coming in to get the maximum amount of damage. I'm sending my miners. I'm sending my Longbeards with great weapons. I'm sending these miners, these Longbeards with great weapons. And he's going to come in and do some rear charging. He is just in here for maximum possible damage. My miners here are holding things off. I am shooting them with my flamethrowers, but you know, he's going to come in and just start taking them out too. So he is just absolutely going nuts with these guys through the middle. I do have Longbeards everywhere. I do have lots of units to deal with it, though. That is the advantage of this setup. And these nasty Skulkers, we've got rid of one, but nothing has come around. He just sort of got them engaged, and obviously he's been putting heavy micro into his Savage Orc Boarboy Big Guns. We're finally starting to resolve this, getting rid of these Black Orcs. They have minus 27 melee defense. And so they have 0 melee defense against hammers that have 55 melee attacks, or my hammers are hitting almost every time, which is very, very good. And Thorgrim is going after him, so I'm sending my miners here right back in, and I do have a lot of units sort of going after these Savage Orc Boarboys. These nasty Skulkers, I think, are going to try and come around. These nasty Skulkers are looking for a target. We do have these Black Orcs have been routed, and they're coming back. These guys have been routed, and I think they're going to come back. But I'm just, now I've got my Gobblobber back online. I can start shooting right at these Black Orcs and trying to get these Rangers out. I'm trying to get these Rangers out just so they can set up and start shooting. And these Savage Orc Boarboy Big Guns are now taking a beating. I have been able to rout them. I have a ton of units here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, 4 full units trying to deal with them. He has got this last unit of Savage Orc Boarboys coming into the back of my Rangers here. Thorgrim is going to try and chase them up. I do have these hammers chasing out here. I am going to see that. I don't think I want to chase, so I'm going to bring them all the way back. And we've got stand your ground. I'm doing again. I just want to take the minimal amount of damage. And here comes another wah. Now, unfortunately for him, he's got units routing this side. He's got a lot of units that are kind of routed out. These Black Orcs are going to come in and get some damage done, though. But I have got these nasty Skulkers routed. So I'm sort of starting to clear this back out. Unfortunately, he's got these guys coming back in. I'm going to try and intercept. I'm trying to find a good place to get off some shooting, but I'm chasing these guys out. I will notice that and come back. Basically, my whole center was definitely compromised by these Savage Orc Boarboys, and they're coming back, but I've been able to sort of clear it out and started to push units out of that center and to clear things up. And these guys are now shooting again, and they're going to do a fair bit of damage. I got my my Gobblobber shooting out there too, and they're going to do a ton of damage, and I do have my hammers kind of coming in to the back, and I'm able, here's the big thing, once you start to rout these Night Goblins and the Goblins, everything goes really fast. So I have, with Thorgrim, been able to rout them, and that is the end very, very quickly. So a good fun game. They outnumbered us by a little bit, but have a very, very wide build. So look at how he did. I mean, this Night Goblin War Boss, 74 kills. Very, very solid. The Orc Shaman, 46. Again, quite solid. That Foot of Gork was big. 0, 9, 2, 0, and 21 for the Orc Boys. You know, this is where the quality of the Longbeards comes through. Like, their Longbeards are quite a bit better than these guys. But here we go. Nasty Skulkers, 50, 62, 41, and 16. Nasty Skulkers are really good in this matchup. Like, their numbers are approaching those of the Black Orcs. Black Orcs 66 and 55. I did focus them both though, so that's not a super fair comparison, but You know, the Nasty Skulkers did good, and these Savage Orc Boar Boy Big Guns, 35, 38, 33. I think they probably did underperform a little bit. You know, he put Here We Go, and it took a lot of micro, and they did sort of get in the middle of my lineup, but they weren't able to take out these Rangers, or the Iron Drakes, or the Goblobber. So they did cause a big giant mess in there, and they were able to get quite a few kills in 35, 38, and 33, but we were able to maintain sort of some semblance of a back line. Now, for us, Thorgrim got 21 kills, our Miners 3, 12, 5, 28, and 31. They must have been fighting Nasty Skulkers, maybe, but not too bad for Miners. 42, 19, 94, 38 for my Longbeards. My Longbeards with great weapons did very good, 95, 46, and 43. My Hammers got 70 kills, which was excellent, and they were mainly fighting Black Orcs, probably these ones. 26 and 25 with my Rangers. 37 with the Iron Drakes. Not too bad. I mean, not as amazing as I would have liked, but not too bad. And they debuffed. They really did debuff these units. They got them routing early, so that was the big benefit of them. And our Goblobber got 53 kills. So, interesting fight. I'm trying to find a place for Thorgrim now that all the lords have been changed. I don't want every build to be a Rune Lord and a Runesmith. I do want to have some diverse builds and want to play the you know, all of the characters, all of the legendary lords, and I do have every legendary lord is in some build somewhere. And I do have games coming up with every single legendary lord. As soon as I can get them out, I'll get them all out as fast as I can sort of take the time to get them casted. Definitely love to hear from you guys, what you thought of the game, the build. And, you know, I thought this build was really good. I really quite liked this build. Though the Savage Orc Boar Boy Big Guns, I don't know. I think... those are the ones only part of this build I'm not sure about. I mean, I could see the concept. There was a very clear idea behind how he was going to do that, and they were quite disruptive, but they were just not able to take down the key units. Like, could have he done, because with these, I think these guys cost 900 apiece. He could have had, you know, 4 units of Wolf Riders, and then maybe the Mangy Marauders, and another unit of Forest Goblin Spider Riders for harass in the back. But those aren't that great either. So it's worthwhile trying. It was very interesting, and I quite liked the try. Could have brought the Chariots. I think they're a little bit better now. So anyways, though, the build was nice and wide, made use of the WA, and it was a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. Just all this stuff crashing through the center of my formation was a whole heck of a lot of fun. So thanks, KG, for the game. It was really fun. I enjoyed it very thoroughly. And hope you guys found that interesting. Love to hear from you down below. Love to hear from you in the comments. I always love comments, and I always ask for them because I appreciate them, and they make this hobby that much more interesting. So with that said, I'll see you soon.